Welcome to the utility called Changes by Product Groups that we're going to use for maintaining our price book, customizing markups, changing costs up or down. I'm currently in the Price Book Center, and if you have to maintain part of your price book, all or part of your price book manually because you don't have suppliers updating your costs in here, or if you're trying to get your markups quickly into your price book, we can use a utility to do all that work for us. Now keep in mind again that the product group is the major organizational grouping for the price book. So every item that's in the same that has the same product group number, or it doesn't even have to be number, for characters, is the same type of item. So for example, all of my EMT items are in the same product group, etc. So if I need to maintain the cost for my EMT items, or I want to set markups in there, there's a great little utility under Utilities called Changes by Product Groups. Now as I go in here, it takes a couple of seconds to load up a list of the product groups of items in my price book. Now I can look at the description and see generally what each product group of items is. I can also tell by the recall name. So when I look at my product groups in here, and I've determined that there are certain groups of items that I want to have a particular markup for, I can select those items by holding my control key down and clicking on the groups of items that I want affected by the same change. So let's say that for these groups of items, I want the markups for those items in those groups to be set with the same markup. So I can click into the new markup field, and entering my markup as a decimal, 20% for example, or 50%, whatever percentage, when I hit enter or click calculate, it will begin the process of recalculating all the markups in the groups of the items selected here. And it will also recalculate my prices, unless I tell it not to do that by clicking this on. Now we can also do other things in here while we're working in here. Let's say you first get the price book and you need to get your costs more in line with what you normally pay for the items, and you don't have a price updating service to do that for you. You can click the cost button and you can say bring my costs up or down by, again, whatever percentage. So maybe you've printed out the price book, which is what we normally want you to do first, and kind of manually write in the changes that you want to make to it. Because then using this utility becomes very effective, because maybe the owner of the company or whoever works with the material items doesn't necessarily use Cobra, but they can do that manual work, and then you can use this utility to actually get the work done. So this is one way of doing it. You can also have your estimating costs go up or down by percentages as well. So this is a very effective tool in maintaining every single type of value in the price book. All of these little icons, they do different things, as you can see as I rest my cursor on each of those. But the main ones are over here, starting with changing your costs, markups, and your discount percentages. Remember, if you're going to use Trade Service or Epic in particular, then you may want to set discount percentages to bring their costs down to a more realistic level that you pay for that item. So you can set these percentages in here again as a decimal to bring their cost coming off of their update service down to a more realistic level for you. So do keep these in mind. This very, very quickly allows you to customize your price book. This ends the lesson on using the change items by product groups